Hi friends, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Tasting. Today we are going to taste this whiskey called Paul John. Paul John is a distillery from Goa, India. It's a nice bottling. This particular bottling is called Classic, and it's part of their Classic Select Cask. They have two Classic Select Cask. One is this one, the other one is with peated barley. So today we are going to taste this one. This one is 55.2% ABV, which means it is bottled at cask strength. Not a single cask, but they mix many casks together, but still bottled at cask strength. It's got a very nice amber, dark gold, copperish color. On the nose, I get a lot of honeysuckle. Um, there's a bit of tropical fruitiness, like pineapple, a little bit of mango. And I get a nice this barley flavor, maltiness. Yeah, predominantly a little bit of vanilla, some tannin flavors from the cask, from the wood of the cask, and a lot more of the tropical fruits. Very lovely because this is a bourbon cask, so uh, does have that sweetness, that vanilla flavor. Typically, that's common in all bourbon cask, ex-bourbon cask. Oh, very nice. The first impression that I got when the whiskey touched my palate is that despite being the fact that it's 55.2%, is quite nice, quite full. It doesn't burn the palate. It's not a very high alcohol or a very high spirity feel that you get. It's quite nice, very luscious, very mouthful. A lot of fruitiness, very zesty. Also get a bit of citrus notes mixed with vanilla, a bit of pineapple. Typically, I try to swirl the whiskey in my mouth because sometimes you might get a different flavor across a palate, like mid palate and the hind palate and the front palate, etc. In the finish, after I take the whiskey inside, the finish in the tongue and the palate, it's quite sweet, a little dry, and there's a little bit of oiliness, a lot of fruitiness, I would say. Very nice, very luscious, and quite easy to drink. As I mentioned, that the 55.2% ABV is really not burning the palate or the windpipe or the foot pipe. It's quite nice, quite easy. I also get that a bit of toasted, like if you, like for example, when you bake those breads and you get the toasted notes. I mean that's also quite good. In fact, this is one of my very favorite Paul Johns. I almost have all the Paul John whiskies, including those single casks released for UK markets and Belgium markets. I do collect the Paul John whiskies, especially those single casks and limited editions. I do have the editions. The limited edition casks are not the ex-bourbon cask. They are also matured in the ex-sherry cask like Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso, etc. I do have some of those limited edition casks. In one of the tasting sessions, I would taste one of those Paul John limited edition whiskies as well. Today, um, um, we have seen this classic salad cask. Pretty nice, pretty savory. I would say this is one of my favorite Paul Johns in the standard release. They do have a peated salad cask. This one is a normal salad cask with no peat. The other one is a peated salad cask. They also have slightly toned down versions in terms of ABV. They have Brilliance, Bold. Uh, I forgot the other one. So they have three more releases. But I believe I prefer the cask strength editions. This one and also the peated salad cask. Between the two, I like this more than the peated salad cask. Very nice, very luscious. They also have Carnia. Carnia is another edition that's about 7 years old, and I finished one of the bottles. 50% ABV. It's supposed to be a very clean expression from Paul John as they marketed it. But from Paul John, this is my favorite whiskey, and if anyone asks me for a recommendation from Paul John, I always recommend to try this first, and also the peated salad cask. Thanks for watching, and see you in another episode of Whiskey Tasting. Bye bye.